Good morning from the farm. It's really early. Just got out of bed and got my coffee. So now we have to open the greenhouse, but I've been working on a project. You know, I've been piping water pipe from the greenhouse to the barn to make it easier to water the animals and wash down the pads and stuff in the barn and not have to use 500 foot of garden hose. So I put a frost-free faucet at the fence line. I didn't put it inside the fence because of the fear of the animals breaking it off, but I put it at the fence line just to make the distance shorter and easier to work with. So I did all that this past weekend, but I'm working on the water pipe from the greenhouse here. And now this morning, since I made a couple of changes yesterday and added a couple of turns in it, I have to pressure test it this morning before I use it. So we're about to turn that on and make sure that that works good and send water back to the barn again. I'd been using it this week at the barn, but I needed to make those changes and I can show you those. But first, let's get this thing rolled up this morning, opened up, let the bees in, and let's go from there. All right, guys, so the plan for today is to finish insulating this water pipe here to the ditch. And I'll show you the rest of it, but I'm also taking down and changing out flags today and getting that area cleaned up there. But let me show you this real quick. So you know I piped from the greenhouse pipe here and I put another shutoff valve there going to the barn. So I've been insulating all the way down and I'm going to build up here with another barrier and then fill dirt over that. But when I got down to the other end of the door opening, you know, it kind of went this way and across to the main ditch, which is over there, okay? And this is much lower, even with the ditch. So again, I'll have to build up with a barrier and then cover up, but I want to insulate first just to be safe. But I had to turn the pipe and put a couple of L's in, and let me take this out from under it, and turn it so that I could get it even with the bank over there and be able to do the same. And then, you know, of course, it goes to the main ditch over here that we dug that goes to the barn. And you can see that this land is the same depth as the ditch when it hits the ditch. So we've got a job cut out for us here. And when I say us, I do mean me and Caden. Tony is at work. So Caden should not be here today. I'll probably have him a couple of days next week. This week is just really one of those crazy weeks because, you know, we have the Great Fall Garden Festival coming up on Saturday. So today I have to run grandchildren and make sure that they get to church. And tomorrow I am going for a hair appointment. And then Friday, setting up for the event. Saturday is the event. Sunday is church and rest day. But guys, I want to show y'all this. I'm in here in the greenhouse, and I just want to show you this because I picked 11 squash yesterday, and I know that I got them all. But I just want to show you what I'm looking at because every day when I come out here, there's more. Hold on. Look at this. Look at all the squash that are hanging. I mean, this is just crazy in here. There are so many squash all the way down. The greenhouse is just going really, really good. The bees are coming in now since I've opened the door and the sun's shining. But I'm really enjoying it. I've got green beans hanging. I've got okra coming on now. I've got a lot of peas hanging. And I was in here yesterday looking at the tomatoes that I just put in the ground and trellised. And y'all, let me just show you. Look at all those tomatoes. I don't know if you can see them or not, but are they not just the prettiest? Those are the red snappers. And I came in here yesterday and had to reattach some to the trellising that I did. And you know, it is simple trellising. It's simply just a baling twine that goes up over a rope that goes across, back down, and attaches to the next one. So one baling twine string holds 2 tomato plants. And then I've got these cute little clips that clip onto the twine itself and then goes around the plant. Now, like this one here, I clipped it to begin with. And then yesterday I came back in here and it had grown a lot. So I just put another clip and brought it back to the string again. And then you can just kind of like let them twist around the string as they grow. Yesterday I had to clip this one twice because it looks like that tomato plant split pretty far. And so I've got 2 of them, 2 limbs to that tomato plant clipped to the same string. Okay, there is some beans. You can see lots of beans hanging, lots of blooms. The okra here is blooming. And the peas have just went crazy. I'll just be honest with you. The peas have just went crazy. It won't be long before I'll have a mess of peas for dinner. Here's a couple that's already turning colors. Well, there's a few. The peas are just crazy. But you can see the okra. I think these okra got a little much nitrogen. Maybe I fertilized a bit heavy because they're really, really huge. And no blooms yet. They're starting to bloom down here a little bit. So okra will be coming on. But this is inside the greenhouse, y'all. In just a matter of a few weeks, we have got some, definitely got some veggies going in here. Already harvesting and eating on those squash. Now, yes, I do have some blank spaces, but I'm going to show you why. Look at this. Look at this update here. This is the broccoli row. And this is the collard green row. And yes, got one more row to put in. And then I've got some blank spaces up here where there's no trellising above it. And let me show you why. Because this is why. I've got cabbage and kale, the Blue Ridge kale. They're all Haas products. Some bouquet dill. Now the cilantro, the bee balm, I might put it out here in some blank spaces. But I know the cilantro, some of the dill, and the chamomile that is coming up, it's all going to go in the green stalk. I do have the Trinidad pimento peppers that was recommended. Those seeds are in here. They have not sprouted yet, but I hear that they do take a while. And also I've got some bunching onions here that have not showed themselves yet. But everything else that I've got here has shown themselves. And like I said, I have plenty of room for that in here that I've been saving space for. But as soon as we are ready to put those in the ground, y'all can see the bees working, look at that. But as soon as we're ready to put all that in the ground, y'all, the greenhouse will be full for a while. And then I can go ahead and start some more seeds for other stuff for the wintertime, because the squash and the beans will eventually be pulled up. And as soon as they are pulled up, I'm going to go ahead and recycle the dirt. We will be planting more stuff. I just love watching bees, y'all. I don't know why. I could just sit here all day and just watch them work. But we're going to have plenty of beans because I see beans hanging. Yep. Looks like some good winter time eats right here. All right, let's pressure test it. Oh, while I'm here, pressure testing. If you see, I've got some stair stringers. Yes. So there's going to be steps from, well, let me get over here so I can show you where honey's at right there. There's going to be steps coming from the upper down into the greenhouse, so I don't have to risk breaking anything when I step off every day. But that's a project I'm working on also. All right, let's look. Holding up there, and it's holding up here. No leaks so far. All right. Let's go to the barn. All right, do y'all think I can sneak up on the animals? Do you think they'll be waiting? Yeah, they're waiting. Good morning. Good morning, all. I see Go-Go over there. She's coming. Hey, Otis. Good morning. Good morning, sweet boy. Otis knows where he's going. Hey, Go-Go. Come on, Go-Go. She's coming. All right, let's open the kennel. And look, there they come. Otis and Go-Go will come in here. Come on, Otis. Come on, Go-Go. They do know where the good stuff is. And then I close the kennel back. Everybody goes to their own place. Helen goes in her stall. Good girl, good girl. And the cows know that they'll be fed there. And the chickens wait on their forage food that I throw out. And I come in here and just get started. I always leave, oh, I got a spider web on me. I always leave food over there for Otis and Go-Go inside the kennel. That way, because they're the first to get their food, and it's just easier that way. because they go straight in there and they can go ahead and get started eating. By the time I feed the chickens some scratch out on the ground, then they will be ready in a few minutes to go out and scratch with the chickens and eat with them, because they do love that. Okay, I need 2 hands and I need to feed. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set the camera down, and maybe I can get a little bit of footage here and there. Hey, babies, hey. Look what Mama's got you. Okay, Helen, you're next. All right, Helen, you ready, girl? All right, Helen. All right, so Helen's food is a certain amount of beef pellets. She gets a little bit, just a taste of sweet feed. But she gets some soybean meal. So Helen was having a hard time gaining weight, and I read that ground up beets or soybean is full of protein and whatever to make them fat. And so Helen was having issues with her tummy, so I had put her on the ProBios, and we did a whole container of ProBios over a certain amount of time. And then I added this ground meal to her diet, and now Helen, and I dewormed her, and now Helen is gaining a lot of weight and has finally started growing tall. So she's standing waiting patiently, so I'm gonna go feed her. Go, girl. Oh, Mama loves her, Helen. I let these precious babies out to go and eat with the chickens. They've eaten all they want of their food. So they'll go and eat with the chickens for a while. It's funny how they learn routine. And it only took a couple of days for Goldie to learn the routine. And I've never been so proud of anything in my entire life, y'all. She is just so chill, just the best, sweetest girl. And she has now recognized me as her caretaker. And she can be on the other side of the pasture or wherever. And if I call her, and I call her Go-Go, I can just say, Go-Go, and she will come from wherever she is. Doesn't matter what time of the day. But if I come to this barn, she expects me to open that kennel and let her go in there and get her a snack. So she learned very quickly. I am so proud of her. So right now, I've got to go feed these steers. We have a routine with them. I have to feed Nellie first on the outside because she will take their food from them. But as soon as Nellie's food hits her bowl, then the bulls or steers will run to their bowl. And they look at me and they know when to go. By the time and Nellie eats a lot slower, so they have plenty of time to finish their food. Hey, boys. And now I have to feed the livestock guardian dogs, which I've got to go back to the house and get their food because they had ran out. So I need to do that, but let's go get them something. So I know this is a mess and you probably don't want to see all this, but every morning when I come out here, this concrete pad that the water trough is on is just awful. So what I do is I wash it down every morning. Every morning I wash it down and get it good and clean, and then fill all the troughs. Unless it's time to clean a trough, and then I'll clean a trough and fill it. But let's get started. So I'll grab the hose from my new water system. Gus loves the washdown time because so does Otis. Otis likes it too. Otis wants his feet washed. Otis said, wash my feet. I'm not going to bore y'all with all this. I'm going to cut the camera off and just get it done. But, y'all hear that? It just sheds off of him while I'm being pecked on. Hey, boy. Hey, Otis. Washdown time is really mine and Otis's time out here. He likes to play in the water and wants me to pay attention to him. So does Gus. Hey, Coco. So while I am here washing out the water troughs and putting in new water, I had a visitor. And honestly, I thought it was Otis because she was slinging the water on me. Hey, girl. You like that camera in your face every time? Huh? Do you like that camera in your face every time? No. You see the camera? You almost pecked my camera, didn't you? She likes the fresh water too. She likes it when I wash down. Otis was over here earlier laying in it. So I'm out here at the water trough, and yes, it did need cleaning this morning. I slept a little late this morning because my body has really needed some sleep and catching up since I had the big C, and I've allowed myself that. I sleep till I wake up, which has been around 6:30, 7 o'clock. And so I came out here a little bit late this morning. I came out here around 7, and you know, I know you guys get 15, 30 minutes of video, but there's so much to it every day. And because I am cleaning the water troughs today, it is now 8:32 in the morning, and I've got this water trough done. I still have to do the water trough in with the steers and the chicken and peacock waters and little baby turkeys. So this one here is almost done. Can y'all see? They love it when it's so clean and clear, and just, it's amazing how much they love the fresh water. It's okay, you can have some. It's okay, Gus. You can have some water. I gotta finish washing down the concrete over there. I just kind of left a bunch of gook that I washed down because there were some earthworms, and I just wanted to let them get a treat. Well, now here comes Miss Messy. She's like a camel. She don't come up for air. Look at her face. She has food face. You have food face. Yes, you do. You have food face. You have food face. And there she goes. She will either go graze or she will take a nap. She's sneaking up again. Ooh, she's gonna lay down in it. You gonna lay down in the mud hole? Y'all, that is Goldie at her best right there. It's not that hot out here, Goldie. Well, I was trying to catch it on video, but they quit. Goldie walked up to Otis and literally flirted with him. She even asked him out on a date, I think. Hey, Otis. You didn't like her? You will. Don't worry. You will. You know what the hardest thing to do is? Clean up your mess. I have to come back in here and put lids back on containers, put the scoops up, etc. And right now, I'm sweaty, it's wet. I have to remember to lock this because certain creatures know how to open it, and they will get in there and they will overindulge. So I have also, I failed to mention this, that I had to get feed from in here and feed the peacocks and young turkeys, which I'm turning some of the young turkeys loose into the pasture today just to migrate them into the pasture. But also I had to get goat feed and take over there and feed those sweet babies over there. And so that's why it takes so long out here. I have so much I need to do, and it is now 9 o'clock. So I have been working since I got out of bed this morning out here. And it's a lot, and I know it's a lot to do every day. And Farmhand Caden asked me the other day, he said, Miss Catherine, do you ever get tired of this? And I asked him, the view, the animal company, or the feeding? And he said, the feeding. Do you ever get tired of every morning you have to go out and feed, every evening you have to go out and feed and lock up? Do you ever just get tired of it? And so I stopped to think for a minute, because the normal person probably would get tired of it, but no, those animals are like my family. No, those animals are like my family. And I feed my family every day and take care of them. So I do the same for those animals without a second thought. Now, do I ever just want to go out and eat dinner and not have to cook for my family? Yes, I do. So yes, there are days when I'm whiny and like, oh, I gotta go feed. Well, there's always those times when you can take a break. You can have someone trained to give you that night off, just like you'd go to a restaurant. Those restaurants are there to give you a night off. So have someone trained that can come and feed, that you can pay to feed your animals and give you that night off. Now, I don't do that very often. The only time I do that is if I go on vacation, if I go to the mountains or to the beach or wherever we go. And then I will have someone to actually physically come stay here, because farming and animal husbandry is not a 2 or 3 hour a day job. It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. And you need to have eyes on those animals. So even when I go to feed at Cog Hill, doesn't mean that I go and feed twice a day and then don't ever have eyes on them again. Brooke's mother lives there, and she's always got eyes on, and she has my number in case anything were to happen. And also, I ride by multiple times a day and just kind of check the animals out and make sure that they are happy and doing well. But, you know, it's just a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle you choose. And if it's not for you, then, hey, don't do it. If it's for me, I'm going to do it and love every minute of it. You know, someone once said, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. You simply are having fun and enjoying it. And that's where I am right now. I'm enjoying this life. And I thank God that I am allowed to have this life and these animals and this property, and where I am in this place, in this time. I am just very thankful for this opportunity. And with that, y'all farm on.